Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, back with another video for you all. This is gonna be a reading, more of a shadow work type reading. So if you're into that sort of thing, this is for you, okay? And the big lesson here, or the big theme here, is the lesson of vulnerability, okay? I'm going through this lesson right now. Y'all may be going through this too because it's coming up heavy. It's been coming up heavy lately. And that's why we keep getting all these messages about being able to go out, make friends, trust people, trust yourself, and love connections. All of that kind of stuff is really talking about vulnerability and not being so reliant on just yourself and yourself alone. Being able to open yourself up to receiving help, receiving love, receiving kind gestures from other people, and actually needing people. We don't like to need people. And you definitely don't want to be a codependent person. But there are going to be times in life when you are going to need other people's help. And it is okay to need people every once in a while, okay? That doesn't make you codependent. That doesn't make you insufficient or... I don't know why I can't think of the word, but it doesn't mean that you're not able to take care of yourself and you're not on your business. It doesn't mean you're weak, okay, if you need other people. But I just woke up today with this big, huge feeling of being vulnerable, just in such a vulnerable space right now. It's feeling really, really heavy. And it's not something I'm a Libra, but I have Capricorn everywhere in my birth chart. That's why my name is Capricorn Moon Goddess. So having Capricorn so many places, I don't like to be vulnerable and I don't like to need other people. I'm very self-sufficient, self-reliant, okay? And it's kind of because I've had to be, and I've had people try to take advantage of me. So I've just learned it's best to, try to be able to do as much as you can for yourself. So you all may be feeling like that, but it's time to break down those walls, okay? You're a little bit too tough right now. A little bit too tough. I don't know why I thought about Too Tall from the Bears Sing Bears. Remember, he was the bully. You're a little bit too tough right now. So you are being placed in vulnerable situations by your spirit guide, your spirit team, your higher power, in order to help break down this wall that you have built up. You're a little bit too hard right now. Too hard is to help you soften up a little bit, help you to go back towards this community type way of living. I know that the way the world is today, a lot of us have gotten away from the ways of our ancestors, which was more community based, and we're more individual based now, every man for himself type of situation. So nobody is blaming anybody for being that way. That's how society is. But I feel like even with like the way that rent is going up, mortgage is going up, the cost to buy houses, rent houses, the cost of food, the cost of transportation, everything with this inflation is getting so high. And it's to the point where more and more people are going to be forced to live in a community type environment anyway. Families may start to buy like large homes and then have like the whole family living in there. Maybe you'll have like mother, father, like elder, and then the older kids will live with them. So you may be like 26, 36 or whatever, but you may still find people starting to live at home even in adulthood, which a lot of other cultures do. A lot of other cultures, they live in the family home until they get married sometimes. A lot of other cultures, live with multiple families living in one home, and maybe they just have one large home, and then they take the money that they're saving by all living together and invest in businesses. Okay, so they may own their own businesses individually, but collectively they live together. I used to work at 7-Eleven a while ago, like when I was 20 years old. There were two brothers that owned the 7-Eleven, and they both lived together with their families. So it was the brothers and their wives and kids living together in the same house, but they used the money that they saved by living together to purchase a 7-Eleven. Okay, so the way that the world, all the harsh conditions that are happening right now could be a part of the divine plan to force us all to have more community style living, where we're all looking out for each other. We're all helping each other out. You know how they say back in the day, like, kids used to be parented by the whole community. So if your neighbor saw you acting up as a kid, they would be able to discipline you. Everybody would look out for each other. So a lot of us are being placed in vulnerable positions right now, because it's forcing us to be vulnerable enough to allow other people to help us. A lot of us are in vulnerable positions right now so we can learn to release fear when we're in situations of uncertainty. So we don't know what the next steps are. We don't know, have enough facts to make decisions. So we're having to lean more on our intuition and our discernment to make decisions, and trust that we're making the right decisions. Trust that our faith is going to pay off. All of those different things. Okay, so we have the first card, Red Mare in the Wind. Listen to your emotions. And right now, a lot of people have the emotion of vulnerability. Let's read what it says. It says, uncomfortable feelings wait, go within. Okay, so with head held high, Red Mare welcomes the winds through her mane as it cleanses every strand of dust and debris. Her eyes scan the horizon. Unsure of her path, she remains still, knowing that the way that is right for her will soon emerge. Yes, I'm going to read that again. Unsure of her path, she remains still, knowing that the way that is right for her will soon emerge. A lot of y'all had to deal with pauses, delays, hangman type energy, things not going the way you planned, things not going as quickly as you planned. And you had to learn how to just be still and how to wait for the right answers to come, for the right move to come, okay? She collects power as she pauses. She collects power as she pauses. Sometimes those delays were there to help to strengthen you, okay? To help you catch your breath. So yeah, delays are necessary sometimes. Red Mare has made it through a trying time, and she is here to help you do the same. As a spiritual being, the human condition is a complex adventure. You requested this journey. You know, sometimes I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I request this journey? I take it back, right? Some of y'all have been feeling like giving up on your divine destiny. You don't want to, have to continue working towards your life purpose because it's hard. It seems like it's harder than some other people are having to deal with. So some of you are like, I give up. I don't want to continue to do this. Just let me live a normal life. You know how they say ignorance is bliss? Take me back before I knew about all this spiritual stuff, right? Some of y'all are feeling that way. It is very, very harsh when you learn spirituality and you learn all of the different people that have different motives out there, and you basically have to become very much so more responsible for yourself than someone and your actions than someone who isn't enlightened. So enlightenment can be kind of depressing at times, okay? Learning the truth about things can be depressing. So some of y'all are dealing with that. Oh wow, I see the word depression here. I didn't even see that at first. It says you requested this journey when you were pure consciousness within the cosmos. The journey comes with joy and gratitude, but also apathy, depression, and grief, like I was saying. A significant purpose of your earthly adventure is to understand what it means to be a sentient being filled with emotions, sensations, and a strong intellect. I told y'all the people that follow me are very, very intellectual. The horses roaming your lands have an advantage as they allow their feelings and internal energy to guide them to their needs. In this way, they can focus on grazing, roaming, and protecting so the herd can thrive. Your emotions direct you, but you have learned to disregard, diminish, or dissociate from their power. You may disregard the feelings in your body as a coping mechanism, right? We all have to survive. We all have to be able to get up and go to work. Nobody at your job cares about what you're going through. Your customers don't care. You have to go to school. You have to go to work. You have to show up and be a wife, a husband, a mother, a father. Okay, life goes on, society goes on, no matter what you are dealing with in your life. So there are times where, at work they say leave your feelings at the door, leave your emotions at the door. We do, as humans, the way that our society is set up, we do have to disregard our emotions and feelings sometimes and put them on a back burner in order to survive and make it day to day. Okay, but eventually you're gonna have to revisit those emotions and deal with them. Today, Red Mare is here to support you with the knowledge that the way to personal freedom is to be with the uncomfortable sensations of emotions. Gift yourself space to connect with your deeper feelings, and the energy of those emotions can no longer overwhelm you. If they are pushed deeper inside or disregarded, you will always be managing their energy on some level. It may be an unconscious struggle. You may strive to disregard intense emotions, but in suppressing them, you suppress your life force and diminish your clarity and strength. If you are dealing with a lack of clarity, a lack of knowing what to do next, you don't have direction, you're finding it hard to hear from your guides, you may have some subconscious emotions that you're having to deal with that are causing blockages, okay? It's like a program that's running in the background of your computer, but you're not aware of it, but it's slowing everything down, okay? And you need to deal with that and close it out. Some of y'all have, you may wake up one day and be fine, and then the next day you wake up, you're depressed. Like today, I woke up with a heavy, heavy feeling of vulnerability and depression. And that could be because I have some emotions that I kind of put to the back burner in order to survive, because I have a lot of new things that are happening. I started a new job. My son started middle school. Like, this is his first year riding the bus. I have a lot of things. I'm in the process of moving. So I haven't had a chance to deal with emotions. So yeah, they're starting to rear their heads today, for sure, today. So I'm going to have to take the advice that I'm giving in this reading for myself as well. Stand firm like the red mare. Wait before you act or respond. Ride the waves of discomfort and discover all that your feelings are trying to communicate. Wait for the gift provided by your emotions. Go within and allow your feelings to rise so the vibrations of your being can return to the brilliance of which red mare knows you are capable. You may not have acknowledged emotions such as fear, vulnerability, frustration, anger, or grief due to shame or embarrassment. There's nothing to be embarrassed about if you feel fear, if you feel vulnerable, if you feel angry, okay? Those are natural human emotions. We are human. As much as we are spiritual, we're still human at the same time. I hear a lot of spiritual people say they're not human, and it's like, I mean, you really are, though. We are all humans. What are you talking about? We are humans, and we are subject to the things that humans go through. And that's why it can be very depressing when you wake up, when you have, when you start, evolving and having spiritual awakenings, because now you're having to learn how to survive on this 3D world as a human that is having spiritual experiences. Okay. So yes, you are still subject to the things that humans have to deal with. Know that your emotions are a natural part of life. Your discomfort is your greater intelligence telling you to slow down, listen, and process your past experiences. When you do, you can return to your vision or embrace a new one with passion. Stand with the wind blowing through you. Feel all you have suppressed and give yourself the grace to complete your cycle. You can then be present for the next part of your journey. The path will unfold when you embrace your entire experience. You will naturally lift your head and spirit into a more centered and empowered place, okay? Here's some questions to consider. What feelings or emotions might you be ignoring or suppressing? Why? What is most uncomfortable about them? What are they trying to tell you? Do you feel stuck in an area of your life? Consider the emotions behind the lack of movement. How might it benefit you to clear stagnant emotion and energy before you begin a new path? Okay, so this is from the Oracle of the Sacred Horse. This is the new Oracle deck that I just got. And this is the card that I pulled for the day. Okay, Red Mare in the Wind. Okay, so that's all about vulnerability. I do have some other oracle cards pulled here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do these in a separate video because this one is pretty long already. So we'll just make this a card of the day type video. Okay, so Red Mare in the Wind. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these cards in a separate video just so this one isn't too long. So if you want to see part 2 of this message, then click on the video that you see uploaded after this. So this is Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day. Toodles!